What are your thoughts po on unfriending? Pag-usapan natin yan in this new Trying Hard podcast episode. And yes, I'm answering this kasi min-message ako ni Mark. So Mark, if you're listening, this one's for you. Yun yung question niya. Hi coach, ask lang what are your thoughts po sa unfriending. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, uy, magandang topic yan sa podcast na natin pag-usapan. And I think, hardcore try hard yan si Mark. We always talk about the podcast na. But anyway, let's just dive right into this because it's not going to be an easy conversation. Now, some housekeeping muna. If you're not following the podcast yet, you can go and do that. We have more conversations like this and other mga difficult, tricky situations, tricky na mga conversations. And again, the goal here is just for me to share my struggles and what I learned from them. I'm not telling you how you should live your life. I'm just sharing how I live mine or how I've dealt with a lot of difficult and different. Nandun yung utak ko, naghati siya. Kaya sinabi ko na magkasama, pinagsama ko siya. So, difficult and different situations in my life. And one of those, of course, is unfriending people. And I have been unfriended din a number of times in my life. And dun natin huhugutin yung mga pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Bit of a preface din na medyo makulimlim at parang iiyak ang langit ngayon. So in case makakarinig kayo ng biglang hulog o kaya ng pitter-pat ng tubig ulan sa bubong, kunyari ambient sounds na lang yan. Anyway, let's talk about what are friends muna and who are your friends. Kasi I think that's the basis nitong conversation na to eh. After all, you can't unfriend someone who's not your friend. And one of the things na natutuhan ko about friendships is it could be one-directional. Alam niyo yun? Yung parang one way lang. You consider that person your friend pero apparently siya hindi. Or there are times naman that people consider me as a friend. For example, ako parang sa akin hindi ganun kalalim yung relationship namin. And I've also learned that people use the word friend in different ways. So, yung iba, friend as in friend, or if you're watching this on video, yung friend na may air quotes. Kasi yung iba generous sila sa pagsasabi ng friend. As in, anyone na na-meet nila, friend na nila agad. Anyone they had a conversation with, online or offline, friend na nila. Ako, I tend to be more on the safe side of things. And I am also known to ask people, as in literally ask people if they consider me as their friend. And I've done this a couple of times, especially with people I met through the internet or during the pandemic. People na nag-start yung aming sabihin na nating nagsisimula na friendship online. As in, when I met Inka, I asked her this. When I met Tony from Ben and Ben, I asked her this. So hi Tony, in case you're listening to this. As in, medyo weird, I know yung question, pero I really ask that kasi sa akin, ayoko to be caught calling someone my friend if they don't consider me as their friend. So sa akin, I really ask. Si Joyce, tinanong ko rin yan when we first met. Sabi ko, wait lang, friends ba tayo? Pero we laughed at it. We laughed at the notion. Pero yun talaga. Kasi sa akin, hindi ganun kadali ibigay yung title na friend. And for me, it takes so much for me to unfriend someone or consider someone na dati kong friend na hindi ko na friend ngayon. And try natin sagutin yung question na what are friends? Or better yet, who are your friends? Now, again, ito yung sa akin na. Pwedeng iba yung sagot nyo dito, pwedeng iba yung mga paniniwala ninyo. Pero sa akin, I've learned that there are different types of friends. The very first type ng friend are people you have a shared space with. Pag sinabi kong shared space, ito yung, kasi friends kayo by proximity. So magkakalapit kayo, schoolmate, classmate, blockmate, batchmate, yung mga mate na iba-ibang mate dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? Yung iba nga, Kana mate pa. So ka-classmate, di ba? Double degree yon. Kana nga, ka-class na, classmate pa, di ba? Ganun tayo eh. Mahilig tayo sa affinity. Filipino thing yon. And if you look at our language, di ba? Yun nga, mahilig tayo sa mga ganyan. Lahat ng relationships may pangalan, bilas, manugang, di ba? Yung mga ganun. Mahilig tayo mag-name ng relationship. So we really like having close na links with people. Pero yung shared space friends, ito yung mga dapat mo tanggapin na a huge part of why you are together is because you're literally together. Minsan hindi nyo rin choice. Magkasama kayo sa service, for example. Syempre, 2 oras ang biyahe, ganun. So magsisimula na yung mga, wala ka naman choice kundi kausapin sila, so kausap mo sila, magiging kaklose mo sila. Magkasama kayo sa isang course, for example, isang degree, program, kayo yung laging magkasama sa mga iba-ibang subjects. Kumbaga, nagiging friends kayo, exposure lang na exposure kasi. Kasi nga, may proximity, may convenience. So yun yung first degree ng friends. People you have a shared space with. Now, I say first degree, not saying na, kumbaga, may hierarchical order ito. But what I'm saying is that I find yung bulk ng friends natin sa lifespan natin, maybe hindi ngayon kasi kung graduate na kayo, you will find medyo nalalagas yung ganyan. But most of the friends that we get, dahil talaga sa shared space, dahil sa proximity. And the thing with shared space friends is hindi mo sure kung kapag wala na kayo sa shared space na yon, friends pa rin kayo. More on that later. Now, the second phase or the second degree ng friends or friends that you have a shared cause with. When I say a shared cause, as in C-A-U-S-E, dahilan, pwede yung project. So, kung meron kayong org, meron kayong church, may ministry kayo, meron kayong isang purpose or goal. So, ang daming mga bago kong friends, honestly, when I started my advocacy work, when I started doing things online. So, mga edu-creators na pareho ko ng purpose or goal, marami ako naging friends because of shared cause. And, of course, people din that you have shared interest with. Yung, kunyari, mahilig kayo pareho sa toys, sa Lego, mahilig kayo sa mga certain hobbies, sneakers, ganyan. Nagiging close kayo dahil doon. So, you become friends because of a shared cause. Now, bakit nilagay ko to ng medyo parang hiwalay doon sa shared space? Kasi one thing I find is when you're friends with someone because of a shared cause, kahit wala kayong shared space, as in hindi kayo lagi nakikita, yung iba hindi ko pa nga nakikita at all, I would still consider them as my friends. Kasi whenever we talk, kahit virtual lang yan, kahit sandali lang yan, kahit mga events lang, na in and out din naman ako, nandun yung depth ng relationship. Kasi mahalalim yung mga conversations na napag-uusapan. Simply because, meron nga kayong shared na gustong mangyari sa mundo, gustong tapusin, gustong mapag-usapan. So, yun yung second degree ng friends. Friends, buhat ng shared cause. Now, there's a third one, which is, actually, in my opinion, ito na yung deeper eh. Mas malalim talaga to na klase ng friends. And these are friends that you have shared values with. We already have an episode on values. So, actually, a series on values. We talked about the importance of values, the value of values, and how important it is to have people in your life who share your values. And one thing I find when it comes to friendships is that you may have shared space, you may have shared cause, pero kung wala kayong shared values, hindi siya ganun kalalim or hindi siya masyadong nagtatagal. Ano ibig sabihin ko dito? Ang values ng tao, nare-reveal kasi siya over time. And usually through unforeseen circumstances, through struggles, yung mga bagay na hindi madali. And when you have shared values at umaangat ito, nakikita mo ito, napapalalim niya yung pagsasamahan ninyo. Pero when you have certain values na hindi pala evident sa kanya, hindi pala katulad niya, it doesn't matter how much time you spend sa shared space. It doesn't matter how important your shared cause is. There will always be a wall between you two. And sa life ko, ganun din. The thing is, hindi ibig sabihin, pareho kayo ng interest, hindi ibig sabihin na lagi kayo magkasama, pareho na agad kayo ng values. And again, these things are revealed over time. Now, the sad part is, what happens when mawawala yung shared space ninyo? And you figure out na wala rin pala kayong shared cause. Or maybe natapos na yung shared cause ninyo. Or you gave up on that shared purpose. Or you lost interest in that hobby, knitting group, crocheting group, pottery group. O kaya ayaw mo na, hindi ka na otaku, hindi ka na fan ng K-pop. Like, paano pag nawala yun? Or even, mas masakit pa nga, paano kung ma-realize mo na hindi pala kayo pareho ng values? Finally, masasagot na natin yung question. Can you really unfriend people? And if so, how do you do that? But before that, let's take a quick little break.
I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately and here's why. This is the official planner para sa mga tryhards. I created this planner with one goal, which is to make a planner that's good enough for you to destroy. Ano ibig sabihin ko dyan? Alam ko yung feeling na bagong-bago yung planner mo, mabango pa, at dahil ang ganda-ganda niya, parang ayaw mong sulatan. Kaya I wanted something na pagkahawak ninyo, gustong-gusto nyo ng simulan na sulatan kahit pangit ang handwriting mo o wala kang maisulat. This planner is undated, parang ikaw. Which means you can start using it or stop using it whenever. Hanggat may space pa siya. This planner may also be the best worst-looking planner you'll ever get. Anong ibig sabihin ko dyan? This planner comes with its own ink stains, coffee stains, doodles, at kung ano-ano pa, para hindi ka ma-threaten. Kasi nga, di ba, mabuti nang magulo yung planner pero maayos yung buhay, kesa maayos yung planner pero magulo yung buhay. Now, paano naman yung mga walang plano? Pwede rin to sa'yo. It includes its own set of activities para matulungan ka to find kahit one goal lang for this next year. So that's it. This is the I don't just try, I try hard planner for tryhards like me. And whether you're using this planner, another type of planner, old pages from old notebooks, or printouts like I did before, what matters most is not the planner itself, but how you use it. Use it well.
Get yours today by messaging the Lyqa Maravilla Facebook page.
Alright, welcome back. So yes, no edits, no cuts. Araluin natin tong episode na to. Alam ko medyo mas mahaba siya than I anticipated even. Pero I really found na important for us to talk about friends before we even talk about unfriending people. So I just post itong tatlo nga nating shared things with friends. So again, shared space, shared cause, shared values. Now again, paano kung nawala yun? Sa tingin ko and sa experience ko rin, may dalawang paraan lang when it comes to unfriending people. And dalawa silang no? Dalawang al. The first one is natural. Ano ibig sabihin ko dito? Hindi naman kailangan mag-unfriend in a dramatic way. Minsan, ang unfriending happens in a natural way. I think I tweeted about this then a few years ago. Pero sometimes you have to just let it die a natural death. Ang friendship kasi takes a lot of effort and time. Now, there are low-maintenance friends. Definitely, I have a bunch of those din. Na kahit years kung hindi nakakasama or hindi nakakausap, pero friends pa rin kami. Definitely, may mga ganun ako. Pero for those that you don't want to keep as friends, minsan maghinto ka lang na mag-effort. Mamamatay na siya. Usually din nangyayari ito when may isang mas nagmamahal sa kabila. Ano ibig sabihin ko dito? There are friendships na one-sided. Yung ikaw lang yung nag-e-effort dun sa relationship na yun, ikaw nag-e-effort sa friendship na yun. And when you decide na to let it die its natural death, or parang ayoko munang buhatin tong relationship na to, tapos talagang nawala siya, kasi hindi na siya nag-effort, hindi siya nag-reach out, wala na. Tapos wala na importance, tapos parang stranger ka na dun sa tao. Yun na yun. Unfriending na yun. Nang hindi kailangan na may paalamanan. And one of the most painful things that happened to me was that slow agony nung pinagdaanan ko ngayon nangyari sa akin dun sa church ko, sa childhood church ko nung bata ako. Kasi the people there, I really considered to be like the type of friend described in the Bible, yung friend that sticks closer to than a brother. Ganun ko silang minahal, ganun ko silang tinitingnan. But nung nawala yung shared space namin, so hindi na ako pupunta doon sa simbahan na yun. Kasi, yun nga, basta hanapin na lang yung older episodes to find out more about that. But wala na kaming shared space. Wala na kaming shared cause kasi hindi na namin binubuhat yung mga ministry together kasi wala na nga ako sa church. Doon na-reveal na hindi pala rin pareho yung aming values kasi you see them making decisions that are hurtful to you. You see them lying through their teeth, saying harsh things about you. Like, yung all of those things, wala pala yung shared values namin. Parang iba pala yung values nila. Na-reveal siya eh. And, hindi ko naman sinabihan sila na, hindi na tayo friends, walang ganun. Pero, over time, na-reveal lang talaga na, okay, pag hindi ko pala in-important tong friendship na to, mamamatay lang talaga siya. And over time, again, it's like, yung dramatic ba sabihin na it's like a thousand deaths. Yung every time you wake up and you realize, shucks, gusto ko ito ikwento kay ganito, gusto ko i-share kay ganito, sana kasama ko si ganito. Lalo na nagsisimula yung Team Lyqa, lagi ko iniisip, kung kasama ko yung team ko when I was in that church, siguro, this could be faster pa or mas marami pa kaming ma-achieve. But yeah, ganun lang talaga eh. You have to let it die a natural death. And then of course, hindi naman nagtatapos doon ang buhay. You get to find other people who will also match like your values, your energy, your effort. So yun, hayaan mo lang. Let's just let it die a natural death. That's the first way that you can unfriend people. The second way is more dramatic, which is yung confrontational. So natural, second confrontational. You actually talk about it. I'm the type of person I've experienced being on both sides of that situation. So I've experienced having someone unfriend me. Ang cute pa kasi, in fairness sa kanya, she had the decency, she had the kindness, the grace to unfriend me in person. mas mahirap yun eh. And I knew it was hard for her too. But nakwento ko na yan din, I think this is Smart Problems na series natin earlier dito sa podcast. Pero she told me that she couldn't be friends with me anymore kasi nakakasala daw siya every time nakikita niya ako making less effort sa pag-aaral tas mas mataas yung score ko sa kanya. So basically, my friend, who was supposed to be my best friend, started seeing me as competition. At dahil nandun na yung medyo, lason yung bad inggit na yon. We talked about inggit last week ha. Yung inggit niya, bad inggit yon kasi, may something sinister about that. Yun nga, nagkakasala na siya, yun yung term niya eh. So, yun, in-unfriend niya ako. So yeah, you can talk about it. You can tell someone na, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with you anymore. Ito yung dahilan. In many ways, sa akin, mas maganda pa nga yun eh. Kasi may closure ka. Yung parang alam mo kung bakit. Alam mo na hindi na kayo friends, so hindi ka mukhang ewan chasing after that person. And then pangalawa, kasi alam mo yung dahilan. The sad part about my experience with, may mga kababata ko dun sa church ko nga dati is that I pictured my entire life with them. And then nung suddenly bigla na lang huyu ako, yung parang hindi ka masyadong, parang sino ka na lang or hindi ka, alam mo yun, hindi ka, wala man lang closure eh. Kung sabihin na lang na, hindi na tayo friends ah. So lagi kang bitin. Parang hindi mo alam kung birthday mo, babatiin ka pa. Babatiin mo ba sila sa birthday nila? Matutuwa ba sila kung makikita ka nila? Parang ganun. Like, it's so hard. Confrontational na unfriending, minsan mas madali. Kasi nga sinasabi ko, let it be surgical. Yung pagkakaputol or amputate sa'yo sa buhay ng tao, minsan mas maganda kung simple lang. And yeah, I've also done this with other people. One of the hardest conversations I had, I think it was just earlier this year. Tama ba? Earlier this year lang yata on my birthday or last year on my birthday din. Basta basically it's my birthday. But what happened was, one of my childhood friends, yun nga, from my church before, parang nag-greet siya sa akin ng parang happy birthday, sana maging masaya ka, parang ganun. Kung saan ka man mapunta, parang something like that. Tapos parang ako, medyo backhanded yun ha. Tapos, basta our previous conversations, kasi I try to be as civil as possible. Life has brought us together a number of times since naghiwalay kami or nawala yung shared space namin. But I try to be really gracious din and civil, not make a scene, stuff like that. Pero may bubog ako, syempre, kasi marami siyang atraso sa akin. marami, sobrang dami niyang atraso sa akin. Pero sa akin, parang sa akin yung last straw yung message na yun. Kasi may something very off about telling a person na sana maging masaya ka. So I told her, and yes, girl siya. Hindi ko sasabihin yung pangalan na, hindi to blind item. You don't know her. And I will never disclose kung sino to. But yeah, I didn't say na we can't be friends anymore. What I said was this. I don't think you know me well enough these days to know if I'm happy or not. And just in case hindi mo alam or hindi klaro sa'yo or hindi mo nakikita, because you don't, honestly, hindi ko sinabing part na to, because you don't even bother looking or asking me if masaya ako, I'm happy. I haven't been this happy my entire life. That includes, hindi ko na sinabi tong part natin to, pero that includes yung life ko in my past, being friends with her. So, ang point ko dun was, hindi ko siya ina-unfriend because of a situation. Pwede rin yun mangyari, di ba? May ginawa sila, may sinabi sila na talagang deal breaker yun for you. We also have an episode on that. Deal breakers, green flags, red flags, beige flags. Pwede nyo panoorin yung definition of deal breaker doon. Wala namang one moment na gano'n. Pero ang sinabi ko lang basically sa confrontation na yun is the friendship was already dead. So let's not pretend anymore. Parang enough of these niceties na kunyari friends, kunyari hindi, pero merong side comment here and there, parang you're still trying to police. Ano to? Parang ang condescending ba nung dating. And yeah, and what I told her, which I will share with you, is this. And I hope in your life, you never get to a certain point that you really unfriend a person for good. I don't think I've done that naman din. Pero ang best kong may offer sa kanya when I confronted her was this. I told her, let's be honest, we haven't been friends in so long. Kasi siya yung type ng person who would say, pupunta ako dyan or mag-meet tayo somewhere, hindi siya sisipot bigla, hindi siya magpapasabi. Malilate siya ng 3 oras. Yung ganong level ng person to. Which I find interesting kasi sa tingin ko hindi naman siya ganon sa ibang friends niya. Pero for some reason, she finds it easier to ghost me or to do those things to me, like waste my time. So sabi ko sa kanya, we haven't been friends in so long. Like, wala namang effort. Wag na tayo magpanggap. So, let's just leave it at that. But in the future, I hope that if ever our paths cross again or if we outgrow this phase ng life natin, far in the future, like maybe we could be friends again. Kasi I find, sabi ko sa kanya, that the friends I've stuck with even through this whole ordeal are the ones who were willing to get to know who I am right now. Kasi the person before, nakababata niya, churchmate niya, alam mo yun, close friend niya, is no longer who I am right now. Wala hindi pwedeng unchanged ako dun sa entire experience na yon. And hindi din pwedeng unchanged ako sa dami ng people who left me, abandoned me during those times. A few days ago, there's this TikTok trend kasi yung parang, tool siya. Ano ba yung tawag dun? Parang effect. Yeah, TikTok effect siya. Tapos parang i-randomize yung messages na parang you should have gotten yata. Parang ganun. The apology you never got or you never received. And mine was about someone apologizing kasi I was abandoned. So I'm sorry for abandoning you when you needed me the most. And siguro yun yung trigger din kung bakit sinishare ko tong part na to ng story ng buhay ko. Kasi friendships really hurt. People, having relationships, investing your time, effort, love sa mga tao, planning out your future with these people, and then finding out that they would not show up sa times of need, is very painful. Masakit. Masakit talaga siya. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, kasi there's a light at the end of the tunnel, in that I meant it when I told my dating friend that na I'm the happiest I've been in my life and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm saying this kasi hindi ko alam exactly pinanggagalingan ni Mark bakit siya nagtatanong about unfriending people. But please know that this is a natural event sa buhay. Maraming pagkakataong mangyayari yan. Maraming beses, iba-ibang dahilan that this could happen to you. And pwedeng ikaw pa nga mag-initiate, no? Pero the thing with friendships is, as a lot of things in life, you just need to keep trying. Na ipasok pa yun, no? Kasi trying hard podcast tayo. Total try hards naman kayo. Try din tayo hard when it comes to making friends. Kasi inaalagaan din yan. Ine-effortan din yan. Hinahanap din yan. And in my life, I've experienced the feeling of not having friends. Just live through it. Tiis-tiis lang. Minsan talaga, alam niyo yun, yung peers mo, hindi pa sila masyadong interesado sa mga bagay interesado ka, ganun. Hindi sila natatawa sa jokes mo. Pero somewhere out there in the world, there are people who are like you. So you just need to hang in there and keep trying to find your community. Kasi nandiyan sila. Hinahanap ka rin nila. So yeah, I'm hoping that's a good end dito sa fairly negative episode na to on unfriending people. Pero yung question talaga yung how can I unlove you or how can I unfriend you? is a really difficult question to answer. So yeah, unfriend friends not because, I don't like the way they dress, masyadong mababaw yung mga ganyang mga dahilan, you don't like kung ano yung mga bagay na movies na gusto nila. Like, these are very, very shallow reasons. But when you have to unfriend people or when people unfriend you, make sure that you remember na when you lose people, what they're doing, much like the dreams that we lose as well, is they leave space for other people to fill. They leave space for other things to fill. So yun, hindi ka naman nawawalan, nagkakaroon ka ng puwang para sa mga pwedeng magkaroon. Alright? Yeah, so again, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit follow. Follow the podcast. We have more conversations coming. Sana may smattering ng mga light conversations here and there. We also have the Ask Lyqa series, no? So itatry natin gumawa pa more. So if you have something that you want to ask me or gusto yung magpapayo, meron tayong form. Nandun na lang, ililink na lang natin sa description ng episodes natin. And again, we have a conversation din sa Trying Hard Podcast community on Facebook. We have more things in store for you. Again, nearing tayo sa 3rd year anniversary in Trying Hard. So yeah, big things are coming. One particularly big thing is coming and it's literally big. So yan muna for now. As we always say, dream big, work hard, start now, and don't let people calling you try hard stop you. Keep trying. Kaya niyan.